Hi, my name's Tom, welcome to Quick Licks Weekly, and in this lesson we'll be looking at a really interesting thing we can do in drop D, which is a string skipping arpeggio lick. I got this idea from Paul Gilbert, who sometimes tunes his 7 strings, so he's basically got 3 octaves of the same open string, and it's a similar concept, but I'll play you the lick and then I'll talk about what's going on. Here it is up to speed. So here's what's basically going on here. Because we've got 2 octaves of exactly the same string, we've got the low D and the high D, we can get some extended arpeggios by using those open notes. So if we play a basic triad on the low string, so that'd be open, 4th fret and 7th fret, this is a major triad, we can continue that up the octave by just skipping to the next string, the next D string that is. And what I'm doing is I'm basically just doing a simple pattern that repeats over the 2 that is really easy because we're basically doing the exact same thing on both strings, but because they're tuned an octave apart we get a really wide intervallic sound. So I'll play you what I was doing again but a little bit slower. Which is the equivalent of us going, but obviously a lot easier because we've got that duplicate string. Now if you've got a 7-string guitar, what you can do is you can tune your low B, well let's have a think. So we'll have the low B string, we can keep at the low B, and we've got the high B string here, so we could actually tune the A string up 1 tone, so we'd have a low B, a medium B and a high B, so we could basically do this over multiple strings, and that's what Paul Gilbert does. When you see him with his double neck guitar, the Ibanez basically RG style guitar but with twin necks, he's got one with just 3 strings on and they're tuned to exactly the same note. I think it's actually an E, 3 octaves of E, and he can do this insane thing. And he does it at the start of one of his songs, and he needs a human capo to continue, but I won't go into all that stuff. But yeah, here's the lick that I played at the start, really slow. And you can do any pattern. There's a pattern I really like to do, I wanted to do for this lesson, but I actually can't play it clean enough for me to teach it, that goes like this. Basically I'm just using that pattern across the 2 strings and doing different variations with it. So I could go whatever works. So this is what I was playing in the original lick, really slow. So here's what's going on. So we're playing the open low D, 4th fret, 7th, and I'm hammering onto those. And then playing the exact same thing on the open higher D, and then back pulling off and back down to the open, and then repeating the same thing on the low D. So, and then we just hammer back onto the 4th, 7th, and then open D, the higher one, 4th and 7th. So it's open 4, 7, open 4, 7, 4, open 7, 4, open 4, 7, open 4, 7. Then starts with a low D again. And all I was doing was playing this, which would outline a D major chord, and then playing this, which would outline G minor. So here's the whole thing again up to speed. Hopefully you can find some way to mess around with this in your you know, improvising or songwriting. I like to do it in drop D a lot whenever I've got the opportunity. It's not really a lead technique, it's a rhythm technique or something you would use, like I say, at the songwriting process. If you've liked this lesson and enjoyed it, then please rate and subscribe. And if you're interested in taking Skype lessons with me one-to-one, then check out the link at the top for more information, or send me a private message on here. So again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.